Hi, I wanted to come on here and do a quick video on how I made the very large 3D letters. It's not going to be a really detailed video, just kind of short and sweet. I used some vinyl. First of all, I used my Cricut, and I used some vinyl that I got from a print shop that was going out of business, and it's very thick and durable. Like, it's really thick vinyl for signs, I guess, or whatever. But so I used it on my Cricut, and I just have a regular Cricut, none of the fancy ones. Just, I don't know, I don't even think mine is an Air. I think mine is the one right before Air. And I took the letters in the Cricut, and I expanded them out to be, these are 4 foot letters. And so of course on my Cricut I just had to do one letter at a time, because the file gets to be so big that it takes forever for it to download. And then I cut it into sections that was going to be conducive to cut on my what do you call it, the green I can't even think of the name of it, the cutting mat, the mat. And so, like, this is a section, and this is a section, and then of course I reversed the image before I cut it, and then after each section cut, like probably about 3 of these would fit on the mat at one time, meaning it would cut about 3 of these sections at one time. Sometimes maybe 4, depending on if I formatted them or put them, turned them different on the mat. But anyway, so after all of the pieces for this cut on my mat, I took all of the pieces and just taped it with some really thick, durable, clear tape. And until I got it to be, till I, got the letter taped. And then I took a piece of foam board that I got from Dollar Tree. It's a regular piece of foam board, like that. And in some instances, mostly for this particular one, I had to use 2 pieces of foam board. I do apologize, I don't have any more foam board here at home. But like for this one, I would take 2 pieces of foam board. So I would have one up at the top there and one at the bottom. Tape it together. And then I traced the A out of the foam, 2 pieces of foam board. And that gave me the front side of my letter, meaning this first part. And I did the same thing in order to get the back side. And for the center pieces, I decided I wanted it to be 6 inches wide. So the only thing I did was took more foam board and cut this to be 6 inches over. Drew a line across it that way. And then I cut the 6 inches out like that. And I think this foam board did about a total of about 3 strips, maybe 4 strips of 6 inch wide strips. Then I took those strips and I put them in the middle here. Come all the way down, and that's where another piece is. Did the same thing for the top, and all I did is just measured the top out. And the same thing for this side. And of course, I then had to go in and do the same for the inner parts of the A. And when I finished it all, I took some, what do you call the paper? Tissue paper. And I put some, yeah, you could say Elmer's glue, but I think it was really that Crafter's glue. And 2-part water and glue. Put it in a spray bottle and I sprayed it. And then I took the tissue and just put the tissue on top just to give it some type of texture, because I didn't want the letters to be smooth on the front like the foam board. I really wanted it to have a texture to give it a little bit of some detail work. I started out with these 3 letters. Val, because that's my best friend's name, and it was made actually for a birthday party that she had coming up. And there you have it. I just decided to again make this. I hot glued these together too, so I hot glued this on. Forgot to tell you that part. So they really make really nice letters for any type of event, or you can leave them hollow. You don't have to put a front on it. You could just do a back and the sides, and then people stuff like flowers in it. And you can always make these strips, of course, as thin as you want or as thick. I just wanted those to be fairly thick because my plan is to rent these out. So there you have it. I know it's not a lot of details, but just wanted to kind of show somewhat of what I did, because I posted this yesterday and I just have a few people asking how did I actually pull it off. But yep, foam board, vinyl, really thick vinyl, because I want to use these over and over and over again. You know, actually on the Cricut you could use anything to make your template, but whatever you choose to use, if you're only going to use it once, you know, who cares? You could use paper or anything. But if you're going to use it more than once, which I am, that's why I decided to use some very durable vinyl. So that's all I have for right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free. Let me know. Bye.